welcome to this episode. Today I'm going to try to learn Portuguese with an app. So, the other day I went to Macau and I really like to see all these words in Portuguese, and I don't know, it just sounded interesting. Actually, my brother learned Portuguese in a university, and at that moment I was not interested in it because the languages are very similar to Spanish, which is my mother tongue. So I was never really interested in it until I went to Macau and I saw it. I don't know, it looked nice, it looked interesting. So I decided to give it a go. So for this, I want to give myself a little challenge. If I don't have like a deadline, I will just not do much. So I decided to actually try this Duolingo app. I want to see how good this app Duolingo is because it's all over the place, and I actually learned about the creator of this app and it sounds really interesting, so I really wanted to try. So I have the app on my phone and I will show to you the screen here. So let me move a little bit of what I'm doing and let's just begin. We want to learn Portuguese. Let's see how many languages are there. Oh, they have some. Oh, they have Korean. Let's try to learn Portuguese in English because two reasons. This channel is now in English, and the second is because I heard somewhere that when you learn a language, it's even better if you learn in another language. So now we have it. Why are you learning a language? Job opportunities, brain training, school, travel, family and friends, culture, other. What should I choose? What is the option for I just found it interesting? Let's put culture. Pick a goal. You know when you want to try to do something and the universe just says no? So actually my camera and my microphone died different times. So right now my audio is not going to be as good, but I'm just going through the lesson, so it's not a problem actually. They have only 5, 10, 15 and 20 minutes a day, which is nice, but let's go to the highest one and see if I can do more. Let's see if I can at least do 20 minutes learning Portuguese for the first time. Oh, yes, I learned for the first time. Which of these is man? Menino, mulher, homem, menina. Homem. Homem. Okay. Interesting. Which of these is boy? Menino.
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 Menino. Pronunciation is important. How do you say man? Homem. Homem.
Homem.
Homem. It sounds very similar to Spanish hombre, so it's easy for me. Which of these is woman? Mulher.
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 Eu sou uma mulher.
Eu sou uma mulher. So what do I do here? Eu sou uma mulher. Look, if I didn't have any knowledge of Portuguese or Spanish, it would be a little bit weird. So, because I know Spanish, eu sou uma mulher. So I am, okay. Okay, so it actually shows you what the meaning is.
Uma.
Uma. So uma. So is similar to soy in Spanish. It means I am, or it's just the verb to be. And uma is like una in Spanish. So I'm sorry many reference in Spanish, but that's how I'm learning it. Like I understand it because it's Spanish. I am a woman. Okay. The graphics are cute though. We're in this together. You're practicing Portuguese. Okay. 5732. Let's do this. How do I say I? Eu.
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 Eu sou um menino.
Eu sou um menino. Um. Eu sou um menino. I am a boy. Eu sou um menino. How do I say Now, this is something that should be specified because I know Portuguese as Spanish has feminine and male and female pronouns. That's the name. So this has uma, but it's a for a woman or feminine word. So I don't know Portuguese. I don't know if I learned a completely different language, completely different to mine. If this will be useful. Select the correct translation. I am a woman. Eu sou uma mulher. So, eu sou uma mulher. Great work. Let's make this a bit harder. I am a man. Eu sou homem. Menino. Menino. Perfect. Awesome. Amazing. Okay. I got 35 XP. I like it. It gives you some sense of achievement and progression. Wait. Okay. I unlocked a gift. So let's see what are the icons here. So this is the language I'm learning. I don't have any crowns yet. There's a calendar for. By the way, this is October 31st. So that's why I have my decoration. Tomorrow is November 1st, Day of the Dead, Halloween over here in China. But I want to do this challenge for a whole month. So next 31st, November 31st will be my last day, and then I will tell you my results, how I did with this app. So let's see. I don't know what is this. You need hearts to start new lessons. +1 heart practice. Okay. So I'm going to have a stop because I will need to pay to get more hearts to be able to play more time. Let's try to play it as free as possible. Let's see how to win these hearts. I don't know how to win this. Now let's jump into the future and see how I did it, my appreciation of this app and the things that I think about this and how my language is going. So let's jump into the future and see how I did it. Hello, we are in the future, and actually I did more than 30 days, but because I was not able to film this update exactly 30 days. And my opinion of this app is very positive, but you see, I've learned different languages. I've learned Chinese, Japanese, English in different ways, and I understand how a language works. So even though this app is very useful and it's a very interesting tool, it's not a course. First of all, I like the exercises. You practice a lot. You practice, most of it is writing, listening, and sometimes you make sentences, so you can actually maybe trigger the speaking. You need to practice speaking though, because there's no way to see if the pronunciation is correct or not. So that's the part that I would like to see in this app, a way to practice our speaking. I believe that everybody learns in a different way, and there are people who are auditive, people who are more visual. I am a kinesthetic learner. I need to do in order to learn. If I listen to it, I may or may not remember, and probably if I don't listen to something very often, I will not remember. If I see a flashcard or a video, sometimes it helps, but it's not as useful to me as if I do it. So to me, I need to understand, and that way I can actually use the language, understand the grammar, understand the exact way of how you use it. Once I understand it, then I can use it. And this app, what it doesn't have is a very proper explanation. You go into the lessons and you start getting immediately exercise. You can listen to it, you can read it, but if it's my first time in this topic, I don't understand what's going on. Okay, you go in tips, and then you have explanation of somehow, but for me personally, I find these explanations very short and not deep enough. Now, for me, in this language that is very similar to my mother tongue, that's why I think I could assimilate. I actually could go into some exercises and not read the instruction. Like, I kind of instinctively could understand the grammar, because Portuguese and Spanish are really, really similar. I automatically translate and change and conjugate verbs, but in some points, yes, I need to understand what's going on here and go into the tips. To me, it was not enough. So if you really want to learn a language, and if you want to be able to understand, be able to write it, and more importantly, speak and communicate with other people in this language, you definitely need more sources and something more of a structure, I would say. So if you follow another course and then you try to use this tool as a practice one, it might not fit with the same topics, and you cannot jump topics here. You need to finish one topic to be able to go to the next one. So that will be a little bit difficult. But I believe it's a very good start. Maybe if you go through this course, like for example, you go into the basics, and if these tips are not a good enough explanation, then you go into a YouTube video, into a website that explains more in depth this particular grammar point. I would say I still need to check this app with another language that is not as similar to the language I've learned, a language completely different in grammar, maybe even writing. So I really, really want to try this for Korean language that I've been trying to learn, but I've been having troubles because time, and this app will give me maybe enough time a day to practice and maybe learn a little bit more. But I want to see is completely different from all the other languages, even Japanese and Chinese. They are very different, so I will really, really want to try. So I think that's what I'm going to do next with this app. I will try to use it for Korean language, and we'll see how I do it, how the structure of the course is, if it's different from Portuguese. Overall, I would say I liked it. I think it's very useful, and if you're competitive as me, this part of the leagues and kind of competing with the people who are learning the same languages or even different languages as you, but in the same area, I really liked it. Sometimes I will be like, oh, I'm so tired, I don't want to do it, but I will push myself to continue. And then when I see that I'm winning or I'm going up, I will just continue. That it took that competitive part of me, and I think it actually used it very nicely. Another part I really, really liked was these books. I would say that these stories are a little bit difficult. Once again, I think I was able to understand them because Portuguese is very similar to Spanish. I would like to see these stories in another language to be able to really say, but I will say I really, really enjoyed reading the stories. It was more, um, I feel like it was more useful grasp of the language. You are really using it in a real way, kind of, and you see other grammar points. You see a completely different way of vocabulary, which also for a course to be a course, you have to have vocabulary, grammar points, and then practice. So this one goes directly to practice, and if you feel like you need explanation, okay, then you go to the tips and then read the explanation. And about vocabulary, you when you start a lesson, they present you with images, which is very good, but you kind of have to guess at some point, okay, what is this. For example, there were very cute words like tartaruga or borboleta, and I had no idea what was a borboleta. Or like tubarão. Tubarão is shark, borboleta is a butterfly, and tartaruga is turtle. So you kind of have to guess what's going on. So I think Duolingo is very good tool, but it's still incomplete to be a online course. I think it's really good to practice, really good to start in a language. But of course, if you want proficiency and you want to be able to actually use it and communicate, you definitely need something else from outside. And if any of the creators of Duolingo is listening to this, I would really, really like a way to practice our pronunciation. I was not really confident I was saying these words in the proper way. I will listen to it and then I will read it, and it's really different, so I'm not sure if I was able to say it. For example, if you try to learn Chinese with this app, I would like to know if I'm pronouncing the tones correctly. So I've seen some apps that they have you read through, you use the microphone, and then they can kind of listen to the intonation, and it kind of tells you if you're doing it right or not. Or maybe have some other learners or other people who are native in that language to listen to it and tell you if you're doing it right or not. I don't know. Olá, prazer em conhecer você. Eu sou Brenda, eu sou uma mulher. Eu tenho um cachorro. Eu como pão, eu não como carne. This is pretty much what I can say after 1 month of learning Portuguese in Duolingo. So this is all for today. Thank you all for joining me. If you like to learn new things and jump into new projects, I will highly suggest you to subscribe and activate the notifications so you know when I upload a new video. See you next time, and don't be afraid to try new things. Bye bye!